How's it going, folks? Hope you didn't mind my intro there. I figured it was appropriate seeing as we're talking somewhat of an old, farmer gun or cowboy gun, if you might. I guess you'd more commonly see a double barrel with a cowboy, but at any rate, we're back in the Cooey again, made it from Coburg, Ontario. This one's a 16 gauge and it's a Model 840. So this is the Model 84 versus the 840, and the only difference I can tell is just this is a bit of a fatter forestock, and they changed this sort of bushing what's here. So this one's been customized, but originally they would be plastic on these, and they were known for cracking and breaking. The fellow that gave me to this gun, gave me, very good guy. He handmade this, and it's made from aluminum, and it works fairly well. I mean, like, you can open and close the gun just as well as you could with anything else. And this is the same as the other one. It's a breakdown gun, so you can take the forestock off of it and whatnot. Probably easier if I just leave it closed. But yeah, you take the forestock off and then take it into 3 pieces, and you can put it into your backpack. Simple design. Like, not a lot to go wrong with these things. Again, your hammer is your safety, so she's ready to fire with a bullet in it. Well, a shell, I guess. If you're talking shotguns, you're talking shell. And it's just a fixed choke, smooth bore shotgun. And you can see she's fairly clean because I don't really give it a lot of action, so it's been sitting here clean. But I mean, if you guys want me to dirty up this booger, just let me know, and I suppose we can take it out back and show you how it scatters onto a card at different distances. But anyways, yes, this is a Winchester Cooey. So this is after Winchester Firearms had bought out Cooey. So the camera will pick it up so well. But there's writing on the barrel here. I don't know if it's going to go. Well, I'll cut out later, and I'll try and put a clip of the writing here. Clip of the rating here, but yeah, it's a full choke. It says Winchester proof steel, 16 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, which brings me to my next point. So this one was made in the 60s. That one was the turn of the century when Cooey was Cooey, and they did do this in 12 gauge and a few other gauges like 20 gauge and whatnot, whatever was popular at the time. But the thing of it is, 16 gauge and 12 gauge, not over a lot of difference in size there. Like this one is skinnier, but I mean, when I'm running these things, I don't notice a whole lot of difference, other than the 16 gauge is ridiculously expensive ammo because it's kind of obsolete. Nobody really runs 16 gauge. So 16 gauge is getting to be an uncommon caliber, but you know, I don't mind it. The thing that you got to keep in mind with these old guns is the older steel is a little thinner and softer, and they have these fixed full chokes in them. And if you're to run modern migratory loads, which is steel and whatnot, you could very likely damage the barrel. It's funny, I was talking to Tractor Man 44 in the comments last time of the other Cooey video, and I was telling him how I did some digging years ago when I thought about using one of these for waterfowl, and you can actually run bismuth shot. But when I looked that up, that's rather expensive too. So I mean, I just went ahead and bought myself a pump Mossberg, and the rest is history. But at any rate, these things work very well, and very simple design, so that you can hear that click when it comes out. I had to fix that actually. I did this when I was much younger, but I did it with actually a nail. I shoved a nail in here to hold my ejector in place. So when I do this, I have to really click it to get it to eject the shell. It still works all the same. A little quirk with it. The Winchester Cooeys, they're a little less high quality than the original Cooeys, but I tell you, they were just the same. And I've actually had a lot of fun and done a lot of hunting with this 16 gauge. And you know, it's just the cool old single shot, Ontario made Canadian shotgun, and you know, works good for upland game. You know, a great grouse gun and whatnot. So, and I love these hammer exterior hammer guns there. But at any rate, that's my Cooey 840, and that's the Winchester Cooey. And you can see not much difference there other than the forestock. They're fairly similar. Both bead sight and everything else, fixed full choke. But oh yes, and this has the original buttstock on it, whereas this one has the limb slaver I put on here. Oh, I forgot, I got distracted there. So the reason why the buttstock is different is because the way we were checking it was bouncing it off the ground to see if it would bust open, because originally a good jolt on the ground would bust the thing open, and we ended up breaking the plastic bump stock on the end of there. So I got the limb saver, and it was neither here nor there. But at any rate, don't go slamming your gun against the floor unless you got some sort of cushion. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So, long story short, how this broke and I had to replace this. And I also, you can see I didn't mill off the edges of it. I left it wide so there'd be more surface area for when it recoils into my shoulder. It doesn't hurt as much because it is a fairly light gun. But anyways, on to how that broke was a friend of mine, old Johnny there. He helped me fix that ejection problem there just by filing the bits inside there. And he's a mastermind. Like that guy can just about turn anything into anything. So I'll put a link in. He's got a YouTube channel, and he doesn't really upload too often, but when he uploads, it's pretty interesting things. So I know he's got videos of his pickup truck that he's shoehorned a dump truck motor into there, an old Detroit diesel. But yeah, I'll put that in the comments. And anyways, yeah, so that's the difference there between these two old Cooeys. Not a whole lot, pretty much the same gun. I'm not going to lean that up anymore, just to save myself from another fall. But anyways, that's these old birds. I'll catch you next time. Take her easy and be safe.